And check out the view from the CTV Skywatch camera looking out towards the east side of Lethbridge there. We have cloudy skies right now, of course, and in these last few hours of spring, summer arrives later tonight. We're trying to see the taps being turned off in a lot of areas. 13 is our high, and we're at that right now. 11 degrees was our low, and we hit that at 4 a.m. this morning, so not a whole lot of variance as far as temperatures go. It felt a little muggy today, of course, because of the elevated humidity. Our humidity is still at 77%. And though officially we got 72.1 millimeter or 72.7 millimeters of rain here, and there's the record values there. So officially the numbers vary a little bit. Even the official records, we know that locally in all of those areas, some people having rain gauges in their backyards were emailing me all day today saying that they got more rain than what the official records were, and that happens when you have rain gauges. And of course there's only one point in each of these areas that takes the record reading, so we're going to have variations. Here's where the heavy rainfall warning is still in effect, much of southern BC, and of course from the Kananaskis area into Airdrie, north of Calgary, and then north of that, kind of tucked into the foothills along the Continental Divide. That's where the rainfall is going to be heaviest in the next 12 hours or so. The core of it is rotating right on that Continental Divide, so it has to deplete itself on its own. It has really nowhere to go. There's an area of high pressure pushing in from the north, one pushing in from the south. If you noticed in our immediate readings, we've got our barometric pressure is rising, indicating that area of high pressure moving into southern Alberta. But what that does is it puts this system into a squeeze play. It has to deplete itself on its own, so it's going to continue to rotate. So that's why the heavy rainfall is isolated to the southern sections of BC right now, and then Kananaskis, Airdrie, and areas to the foothills. And you can just see that being replicated in the forecaster map. And as we get into tomorrow, that area of high pressure really starts to dig into southern Alberta. Not that we don't still have a risk of seeing some showers, and we do later in the day tomorrow. We're expecting to see a redeveloping of some shower activity because of elevated humidity, leftover instability, a little bit of daytime heating triggering that. But when we get into the weekend for Lethbridge and much of southern Alberta, we're looking fairly stable. 13 degrees in St. John's right now. A real mix of conditions as you look at the Maritime, southern Quebec, southern Ontario. They really have nothing to complain about down there. Talking about a sun and cloud mix, maybe a chance of a little odd shower. But other than that, really a really nice weekend shaping up for them. 26 degrees in Winnipeg. Now this system, as it squeezes between these two areas of high pressure, is really affecting all the way east into southern Saskatchewan. Regina is in severe thunderstorm watch right now. It was sunny up in the northern sectors in Yellowknife and Whitehorse, but in Vancouver, heavy rainfall. East Kootenay overnight tonight, looking at 10 to 20 millimeters of rain expected, 7 for a low, 13 for a high tomorrow. Some morning rain, then afternoon sun and cloud with a chance of some shower activity. Crow's Nest Pass, scattered showers tonight. 12 degrees for a high tomorrow, mainly cloudy with that chance of afternoon and evening shower activity. Medicine Hat, partly cloudy tonight for you, 8 degrees for a low, 19 for a high tomorrow. Sun and cloud mix for you for the bulk of the day. You're further away from the foothills. Lethbridge, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies tonight. Looks like a whole bunch of rain tomorrow. Actually, we're expecting mainly cloudy skies, that chance of shower activity, and a risk of a late day thunder shower. And then as we get into Saturday and Sunday, that area of high pressure really does establish itself in southern Alberta, stabilizes our conditions, but I'm not ruling out a chance of a late day shower on Saturday just because of that instability that we've had for the last few days. And then as we get into the beginning of the week, we're looking at some pretty nice temperatures. So temperature-wise, things really do start moving up the scale. Now, here's a Dory story that's really quite timely. When the weather gets good, people go camping, and we want you to stay safe. Every year, people in Alberta suffer serious injury or death from burns while camping. 74% of all camping injuries were due to burns. Two major causes of burns were walking too close to open flames and combustibles being added to an open flame, causing an explosion. Even a very small campfire has the potential to spread and become a frightening and unmanageable wildfire. Add a bit of wind and some combustible material, and it can quickly get out of control. Putting out your fire is an important step, and one that people often spend too little time on. Have a good supply of water to pour slowly over the ashes as you stir them.
Then you check the fire, and the best way to check a fire is with this part of your hand. You know, it's a very sensitive part of your skin. If you can't feel the heat, you know the fire's out.
The same safety risks apply for backyard fire pits, and the same precautions should be taken to ensure that everyone stays safe and property is protected. Make sure that the wood is dry and don't add accelerant. Keep the fire pit away from buildings and any shrubbery in your yard, and always have a source of water close by whenever the fire is burning. You can get lots more information by contacting the Fire Prevention Office.
Dory's Story, brought to you by Langenberg Optical, once again voted best of the best.